Hey everyone, I'm back, and it's time to review more MCU movies, but I'm only doing two in this one. Captain America, the First Avenger, and Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Now, I know you guys are waiting patiently for the Avengers 1 and 2 review, and I thank you so much for it. That really means a lot. Captain America, the First Avenger is a 2011 superhero film. It's the fifth movie in the MCU franchise, and it's directed by industrial light and magic veterinarian Joe Johnston. Written by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, and it is once again distributed by Paramount Pictures and produced by Marvel Studios. Now, the plot of this is that the film is set predominantly during World War II, and it tells the story of Steve Rogers. He's a sickly man from Brooklyn, and he's transformed into super soldier Captain America to aid in the war effort, and he must stop the Red Skull, Adolf Hitler's ruthless head of weaponry, and the leader of an organization that intends to use an artifact called the Tesseract as an energy source for world domination. Now, this movie, I thought this was cool because I was expecting this movie to be not to be any good, but Captain America: The First Avenger, after looking at the movie, it proved me wrong. This movie, it was never a dull moment in here, and the movie is only 2 hours and 4 minutes long, so how could I get bored? There was a lot of action. I will say the first act of the movie did bore me a little bit until it showed Captain America, but when it finally showed Captain America, I was pretty amazed by it. Chris Evans as Captain America, he was great as Johnny Storm, and it was good seeing him back in another movie. And so, wow, I did do a really good job. Chris Evans did a really good job with the character. Tommy Lee Jones, what's he doing in here? He's good. He was great, but I kind of wish, but he's also in Men in Black 3, and I think he's much better in Men in Black 3. Hugo Weaving is Red Skull, great villain. I liked him a lot. I think when Hugo Weaving is playing a villain, he's awesome, and when he plays V in V for Vendetta, he's awesome. I like Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith from the Matrix trilogy, V for V, and I like him here. And Red Skull was pretty creepy. You also have Sebastian Stan in here, Haley Atwell, Dominic Cooper as Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father, and Stanley Tucci as Abraham Erskine, and he creates the super soldier serum. And so he did good. The action in this movie is also pretty decent. I love the action scenes. Samuel Jackson does get a reprise role as Nick Fury at the end of the film, and also we do see a trailer for the Avengers at the end of this movie. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. But anyways, the score was also pretty amazing. And this is such a good prequel. I love this prequel. It's probably my favorite prequel between this and Underworld: The Rise of the Lycans. But you know what? Captain America: First Avenger, pretty good. I'm giving it a better than Vampire Diaries. Yep, that's right. That's my rating. Alright. Now it's time to talk about a sequel. Woohoo! Alright, it's time to talk about the sequel. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Sorry, you can't see that. Now, after the first Avenger came out and it was a huge hit, Marvel would then do 2 sequels, which forms a trilogy. And, so yes. Now, the first sequel was directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, who also returned to direct a sequel. And Winter Soldier came out in 2014 and is produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. And this is the 9th movie in the MCUs. And once again written by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. Now, the plot of this movie is that Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon, they have to join forces to uncover a conspiracy within S.H.I.E.L.D., while also they're facing a mysterious assassin known as the Winter Soldier. And that's all I have to say about this plot, because I can't describe the plot in any other way. But I enjoyed this one. This is one of my favorite sequels and one of Marvel's best movies in the MCUs. And I like that it's not just your average ordinary superhero movie. It's that, like, the B movie action. You get an incredible action sequences. Chris Evans once again is great as and he did a great job. And Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. It was cool seeing her in here. This is the second non-Avengers movie I've seen her in. The other one was Iron Man 2, but seeing Black Widow in here, okay, I'll say it, Scarlett Johansson, she's amazing. She's a Black Widow. So, yeah, there you go. Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky. He's great in here. He's great in here. And I thought he put on a great performance. And the twist at the end that is his friend blew me away. The special effects are pretty awesome. There are some CGI effects, but there are some also intense stunt work and practical effects too, and I like that. Anthony Mackie as the Falcon. Falcon was awesome. I liked him. You do have Kobe Smulders in here. Frank Grillo is Crossbones. Good seeing her in here. Haley Atwell also returns. Samuel Jackson also returns. Nick Fury. And Robert Redford as Alexander Pierce. I forgot it. Frank Grillo plays Brock Rumlow. Robert Redford is Alexander Pierce, and they all do a good job. The action was amazing. I love the musical score by Henry Jackman. One of the best scores in any of these Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, right next to Brian Tyler and Danny Elfman with Avengers Age of Ultron, and Alan Silvestri with the Avengers 1, and yeah, just awesome action. The ending, I was pretty amazed here, and Anthony and Joe Russo, they did a good job. F. Gary Gray was originally going to direct, but he went on to direct Straight Outta Compton. I will get to that movie eventually. But I like the writing is good, the acting is good, the special effects were really amazing, practical effects great. The marketing was even good for this too, and I really thought that it was pretty amazing. And it was cool how they made Peggy Carter, Haley Atwell more older with the use CGI. Now, do I think this is better than the first Avenger? Yes, it is. It has an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it says their consensus reads: suspenseful and political, astute. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a superior entry in the Avengers canon, and is sure to thrill Marvel diehards. And that's what it set out to do. I'm trying to think of any bad things about this movie, and so far, I have nothing. And Captain America 2: The Winter Soldier, no complaints. No complaints at all. So yeah, I'm gonna give Captain America 2: The Winter Soldier an epic-tastic because that's what it deserves. Epic-tastic. I love it. I love it to death. Now, since I'm done with Captain America, the First Avenger, and the Winter Soldier, I think I should give my thoughts on Captain America: Civil War. Now, like I said, I am very much looking forward to this movie because I've seen trailers, the Super Bowl trailer on YouTube, the first two trailers, and I'm really excited how they're going to wrap up another Marvel Cinematic Universe trilogy. But there are three things I don't want to see happen. I don't want a whole lot of superhero characters getting killed off in one movie. Two, this has to wrap up a 3-movie long story arc. And 3 is this trilogy has to end on a satisfactory close, the Captain America trilogy, and don't leave any character's story or series or this trilogy open-ended like it is. Now, I am very much looking forward to it. You have Anthony and Joe Russo coming back. Chris Marcus and Stephen McFeely are also coming back to write the script, and they're also going to write the script for Avengers: Infinity War and 2, Part 1 and 2. And also, you got Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, Chris Evans himself returning, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, Don Cheadle is a War Machine, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, the first ever appearance of Black Panther, played by Chadwick Boseman, Paul Bettany returning as Vision, Elizabeth Olsen returns as Scarlet Witch, Paul Rudd as Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, Emily Van Camp again, Frank Grillo as Crossbones, William Hurt is back in this movie as the General from The Incredible Hulk. You also get Helmut Zemo, who's played by Daniel Brühl. Gwyneth Paltrow is coming back as Pepper Potts. Martin Freeman, who was great as Bilbo, he's coming back as Everett Ross in this film. And last but least, the Web Slinger is in this movie. Tom Holland is Peter Parker Spider-Man. I will get to Spider-Man eventually because I'm gonna have to do those two due to him being in Civil War. But anyways, those are my quick thoughts on Captain America 3: Civil War, and let me know in the comments below what you think of these two movies and what do you want to see the most from Captain America Civil War. Bye guys.